Alright, everybody. Sorry, I am back. It stopped recording. I'm not sure where it stopped recording, but basically, I'm starting with the cover now. So, I cut this out at, let me see, it is 3 3/4 by 8 3/4. And I just used it because it was extra scrap paper. So this measurement wasn't on purpose. It was just there, so I'm using it. And so for now, I'm just going to score this paper, and then I'm going to score it on the binding. But it's a lot faster with hot glue, but at the same time, I feel like you don't get the cleanliness, or at least I don't. I'm a very impatient person when it comes to like making sure things are absolutely perfect. Sometimes I have to make sure they're perfect, but with scrapbooking, sometimes my ideas flow too fast that I have to try and keep up with them before I forget them. Because even if I write them down, I'm not very good at knowing what I mean. Alright, so we're going to do it again here on the inside. And I'm going to do score tape on this binding because this is the part that's going to be moved a lot. But on these ones, I think I'm just going to use my double-sided tape because they usually just lay flat and they won't get any heavy wear and tear on it. Especially with my nephew. He's probably just going to thank me for it and then put it on his shelf. But I'm fine with that because it's a keepsake for him to look back on if he ever feels like he wants to look at some pictures or even add some. Like I said, I'm leaving blank spots. It's hopefully something he'll appreciate when he's older. And I can give him a guilt trip. Like, I made this special album for you because I love you so much. And then he'll have to do something nice for me. I'm just kidding. I kid. Alright, so just peeling these things off and then I'm going to stick them on here. Alright. So we're just going to try and get this as middle as we can. Perfect. I feel like that's perfect, so I'm just going to very firmly make sure this tape stays. Okay. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to re-crease this. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if I just folded it just like that, the paper could possibly tear and there would be white showing. But if you score it, you're kind of working the paper so it works with you. And so I'm just going to adhere these as close to the paper as I can. And I went a little astray. I'm just making sure this looks nice. Now we're going to bring it to this side and do the same thing. Again, just lining it up with that edge. Perfect. So, I'm wondering if actually I should just put this in the back, because I'm gonna have this picture of him and his dad. So, and I'm sorry guys, it's not a better picture, but it's the only picture I have of him and his dad fishing. But put that in the front and add more pictures in the back. So I think I'll do that instead. So I'm going to just double stick this down. You know what? I'm gonna leave it open on one side so there is another pocket, another hidden pocket. I'm gonna do it hanging off the edge just a little bit, just because that's what I want to do. So just burnishing that. So that way, see, there's an extra pocket here behind the envelope as well. And because we secured it so well, it's not going to get caught on this cardstock. When I just closed it with vellum, and then I added some outdoor paper in the background. Alright. So, here comes the fun part. Trying to line this up in the middle. Right here. So, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to get some tape on here. And this is just some foam tape that I ordered off of eBay. And this one I am going to just put it all the way up because I don't want it to move from the spine. So... I don't know. There we go. Right. Well, of course I would do that. Gotta do it carefully, apparently. Okay, got one down, one more to go. Alright. So, like I said in my video, my tutorial video, I like to stand up and do this because then I can properly see where I need it. Okay, so I'm just pressing the whole book down, making sure to focus on the spine, and then I just like to open it up one page by one page and just use my finger to push it down. Alright, so look at that. Coming along, and I left some room on the bottom so it can swing. Alright, and then we're going to work on the cover. And one thing I did forget is I think I'm going to put, I might put a wood or a duct tape binding on this so I can cover that. But I have yet to have my husband either cut out the wood or give me his duct tape. So in the meantime, I'm just going to do the front and the back cover, and we are going to cut this lovely paper. It has a little gloss on it, and I think I wanted to use this one, this side, because the corners are a little bit different, but we need to cut this out at 6 3/4 by 8 3/4. And I think before we adhere that down, I'm going to get craft cardstock and put it behind this one. So I'm going to cut that one out at, let's see, almost 1/8 of an inch away from 9 inches. So that would be 7/8, because I want this to be a really small border to kind of pop it out. I think that'll look nice. So I think we should also ink this paper. Get my, always keep a spare piece of paper around too, so I can ink this flat. Okay. Awesome. So now I'm just gonna tape this down. And making sure it looks nice. Oh, come on, there's something stuck on a piece of tape. Alright. Alright, so now just taping this down. Alright, so and the back's going to be the same, but I'm just going to work on the cover. Actually, you know what? I'm going to work on the back real quick. Told you my thought process is all crazy. But I need that paper. Okay, and since it's just the back, I'm not going to do the craft cardstock border because I just wanted it to pop out a little from the front. So this one I'm going to cut at 7/8. 8 7/8 and then 6 7/8. Sorry. I'm not good with measurements, so at least yelling them out. So since it's just the back, I'm going to go ahead and just ink this so it matches the front cardstock. But I think we all did a good job, guys. Girls, guys, everyone who's watching. Okay, let me see if we're still recording. Alright, we got about 5 more minutes. So, put this paper away. And we'll go ahead and tape this. Yeah, that looks awesome. So see the back, I don't want it to stand out as much as the front. So that's why we have that little border on top, because it's the front. So I want it to stand out more. So I'm wondering if I should do that or add a background. maybe that. What do you think? I think what I should do is round these corners and ink it and then use it. So I'm just using every scrap I have. And you know what? I think because it's the cover, I actually am going to tear the edges. So it gives it a little bit more dimension. And I'm using my Tim Holtz Distresser. And this thing makes life so much easier. You know how I used to do this? With the edge of a scissor or an X-Acto knife. It saves me a lot of cuts. So, as you can see, it's distressing the edges. And you don't even have to do that much effort. I really wish I was big on distressing stuff, having the patience for it and stuff like that. And I had a friend in school who would always distress her clothes, and she would distress everything she owned so it would look like vintage, well worn. And I always wanted to do that, but I just don't think I'm the type of personality to pull that off. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't suit me for some reason, even if I wanted it to. So, just inking the edges. And I might add a tear in here just so it looks a little bit more rugged, a little bit more guyish.
As an entrepreneur, you're always on the go, so turn your mobile phone into a business phone system.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording and then start the next video.